Meghan Markle here.
Alright, today is August 3rd, 2025. It is 5:16 a.m. I literally just got up. I just washed my face and brushed my teeth, made coffee, and then I'm here. In a few, we're gonna go to a little get together in Brooklyn. So I want to get some recording out of the way, even though I need to edit some stuff that I recorded like 2 days ago. Yesterday we went away. We went to Montauk. it's become a habit. I don't know, maybe a tradition. Every summer we go there. We cannot afford to stay for a weekend because it's so expensive. So we just drive there one day, enjoy the entire day, eat, and my youngest loves to fish. He goes fishing, and then we sightseeing. We do little thing here and there, and then we enjoy ourselves, and then we come back. Just one day. We don't pay for hotel or anything like that, because each time we try to do that, the price, my husband wants to do it. I'm like, nah, for one, for a weekend, I'm not gonna spend, half of our rent money just to enjoy. Yeah, I told him no, we can't do it. We try, we look, the price is too much. We could afford it, but I just don't see why we have to spend half of our rent for, a few days of just enjoying ourselves. If we were going, let's say, full vacation mode, that's a different story. But just for a weekend, I told him no. So we do that just one day out of the summer, and then we just come back home. And yesterday's weather was beautiful. I'll probably will share some pictures with you, and maybe I did record little things here and there. Maybe I'll put it together and share it with you. I still have not edited or even put together the hiking, because I want to share that with you. I did record with the intention of sharing with my members, so I probably will do that. The reason that's taking me so long to do it is because the file, my phone file, I have to convert it before I put it in the program, because the program does not recognize the images of the videos. The pictures are fine, audio is fine, it's just the video image. So I have to convert that to another program and then bring it into the program that I edited. So that's why it's taking me so long. Too many steps. So I'm probably gonna have to do that with some of the files of yesterday's recording as well. But anyway, I didn't create any list. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go straight to Twitter. There was some stuff that I was liking yesterday, so I'm gonna go on my likes file and then just share them with you. Let me go as far down as possible and then move back up. All right, the squad, we're talking people with their dogs. Okay, let me pause and see how far down I could go before I could start. There's politics, there's all sort of stuff, but not everything is meant for you guys. Okay, let me pause. Okay, so let's start with this. Okay, Meghan isn't scared about anything because she trusts her husband. Shame on King Charles for demanding divorce. Harry Meghan Boyle. Okay, so what is this about? This one was posted July 31st. Meghan Markle is reportedly terrified Prince Harry's reconciliation quest might involve divorce. Meghan doesn't care about what's going on between, in my humble opinion, between Charles and Harry. All right, let's see here. Here we go. Wondering how long it will take the press to start. These voivoda are exhausting. Hard of hearing, lies. Anybody that has seen the way Harry looks at Meghan knows that's BS. Harry is deeply in love with Meghan. Okay, so they were saying all of this on the 31st, but by now you probably already seen the images of Harry and Meghan and some other people, the kids, and how do you call this, at the beach. All right, so there's this one here, August 1st. Let's pause that. When I see the word remark, Martha Stewart is starting to make about. Okay, let's pause that. Okay, I decided as I'm sharing those tweets, I'm gonna add them onto the list because I don't want to take another time to go through my likes again to put these on the list, because I need them so I can make the timestamp. Let me read it again. When I see the weird remarks Martha Stewart is starting to make about Meghan, it's good to remember that she loves to attack other women. She did the same with Gwyneth Paltrow's group and Blake's Lively Preserves. She never does it with men. Okay, that I do not know. Okay, I don't follow Martha Stewart. I know of her. I know the things she used to do in terms of her TV shows, her home baking and things like that. Not to the T, but I'm aware. But in terms of to know all of this, I don't know. I'll have to follow her, and then when things popping up, I will know. So, all right. Martha doesn't really pave the way for other women. The fact that she's making these remarks about Meghan is a good indicator that Meghan is doing well and Martha is threatened. I mean, she's old. She's done her thing. It's about time for her. So I don't know whatever is going on in her mind. If it is true, it's almost time for her. She's done her part in society. She served some time. See, I'm aware of some things. And she's out. She still could make it as much money as possible. I've seen things with Snoop Doggy Dogg and things like that. So I don't know. This is why I said, I'm glad that we don't live forever, because if we did live forever, this kind of nonsense to deal with on a daily basis, people with their jealousy, envy, and all of this, they want everything for themselves. I can't deal with this. All right, too bad she does know Meghan's motto. There's space for everyone, which easily applies here. That family probably promised her a damehood. Is Martha Stewart that insecure? That's what I'm saying. What a shame. Okay, it's called jealousy. Mature women should give it a rest. Few men are in competition with her. It's crazy. That was something I was watching last night. Yeah, when we got home, took a shower, just went straight to bed. I didn't sleep right away, but I went to bed. Even though I didn't need to. I could have just take a shower and come right here and start recording and editing and things like that. Because I slept yesterday. While my husband and the kids were fishing, I stayed in the car and just chill, and I fall asleep and sleep and sleep. I think I slept for like 4 hours. Okay? I took a walk by myself. I didn't want to go to the fishing and things like that. Took a walk by myself and relax and things like that. And then when I came back and I was sitting by the water, and I took umbrella to for shade, and I was just dozing off. I was like, you know what, let's just go in the car. And I slept and slept and slept. So I still don't know how I was able to sleep again last night once I come home, but I slept. Anyway, that's not the story. The thing is that why did I bring all of that? I was watching something last night. Let me see, maybe I could find it. Let me go look for it. Okay, so this is the video I was watching for some reason. Black woman drops a bone-chilling truth on white America and lies, leaving them raged. Okay, so I'm gonna play this, and then I'll leave the link of this video in the description. You guys go and watch it fully. So it seems like it's something from TikTok, and they brought it up on Twitter, on YouTube. So this is what's applying to some of the things that I was saying in a few minutes ago.
Going on in this country right now, especially with regard to this current administration, is the direct result of white women's laziness, cowardice, and incompetence. Or as the French would call you, les incompetents. Bonus points if you get that reference. As white women, you have a direct connect to white men, which means that you have been and you still are in the very rooms where conversations are had, plans are hatched, and decisions are made, and yet you do nothing. As far as the trickle-down patriarchy is concerned, your only perk is your white privilege, and you are so desperate to hang on to it that you stay silent, and instead you choose to ride the coattails of the very white men that's taking away your fucking rights and are actively working to take away your freedom. And yet and still, you manage to possess the fucking Caucasian, to walk around like you Mary fucking Magdalene. Meanwhile, you just gave white men the keys to the very fucking kingdom that they've been building this whole time in front of your face. White women are not rooted in reality nor realness. You're rooted in perception, which aptly explains why you're so selfish, self-centered, and self-serving. And it is because you are rooted in perception that you don't like confrontation and you don't like being called out. Because upon doing so, the fallacy that you've created for yourself is immediately destroyed. And so your immediate knee-jerk reaction is to pull out the white women tears or the unity card, or sometimes it's a combination of both. You seem to be under this impression that this is the time for black women and white women to stand together as one and unite. So my question to you is, as it pertains to said unity, which black women would you like to unite with?
This is the part.
Is it the black women such as myself that you're so quick to call loud, aggressive, and ghetto whenever we assert ourselves with you? Or we say or do something that you don't like or understand, even though it wasn't meant for you in the first fucking place? Is it the black women that you call welfare queens, knowing full well that the largest recipients of government assistance are white? Is it the black women that you report to HR because we don't say good morning to you? Or smile on command to appease you? Or tell you what we do on our weekends off? Because that's our personal fucking business and you're not entitled to that information? Is it the black women that work in retail and customer service that you not only berate, but falsely report to management and corporate because you don't get the refund, discount, or level of service you demanded, oftentimes resulting in us losing our livelihoods? Is it the black women, the overqualified black women in corporate America that you consistently lie on, sabotage, and steal promotions from? Because you know your mediocrity would not get you the position otherwise? Is it the same black women that you treat condescendingly the moment you don't get the immediate praise and gratitude you seem to think you're entitled to? Is it the black women whose style and aesthetic you carbon copy only to repackage and rebrand it as something you invented?
Okay, this is what's happening with Meghan right now, copying and then pretending. Like I said, in the future, they're gonna reverse it, saying Mumbo was dressing that way, but it's Meghan who copied her. That's what they're gonna say in the future, and we know full well who's doing the copying. But let's continue. I'm not gonna watch everything, but there's some stuff she's saying here that applies to what I'm saying on this particular tweet regarding Martha Stewart.
Is it the black women whose content and creativity you still fucking and profit millions of dollars off of it? All the while refusing to both credit and compensate the very black women you stole from.
All right, so
Are those
I'll stop that. The link will be in the description. You could go and watch that video that on YouTube. If you are on TikTok, I believe that's a TikTok video. If you know her, whatever her link on Twitter, you could share it in the description, because I'm not on not Twitter, TikTok. If you know her link on TikTok, put it in the description. For those who are on TikTok, could go follow her, because I'm not. Okay, so I was watching this, and as I was saying some of the things here regarding Martha Stewart, that video came to mind. Okay, but the link of the YouTube video will be in the description. Okay, and Martha Stewart is a convicted felon. Am I correct in that? Yeah, she is. All right, for us, it has to do with I think insider trade or something like that. Bitter, jealous, all hag trolls really got a toxic fixation for hating on Meghan. They will never be in her 1 million lifetime. Okay, so that's that. Let's see, what else can I share with you? There's a lot of things. Okay, these will be for the squaddies. Meghan was featured and Tell Us About Yourself on BuzzFeed in 2013. We need an update version. I volunteers as tribute. Alright, so there's that here. Tell Us About Yourself. Meghan Markle. Suit returns tonight on USA. And because of the occasion, Meghan chatted with BuzzFeed about her pet peeves, her dog, and her girl crush on Miranda Kerr. And then she took a few selfie, of course. So there's all of that. You could pause and read. So that's an interview that she did. Okay. So they say here, who is your current girl crush? Miranda Kerr, easily the most staggeringly beautiful woman I have ever seen in person. Okay, so there's that, giving shout out to other women. Okay, let's see some of the comments here. Okay, yes, she was doing her thing. There's the thumbs up. That's an ad. Oh, I love this. Thank you for sharing it. And I think you probably could still look for it. This is the title. Tell us about, I guess that's the title. What's the title? Okay, I don't know. So it's the author is Whitney Jefferson. Tell Us About Yourself, Meghan Markle. So that's the title of it. So if you guys go check it out. That's what I like about the squad. It's things like this when they bring back old information. These are things that I watch sometime on Twitter. The squad bring old things to sort of inform you, and that's how I was aware about a lot of things about Meghan. So they copied, the rank of the person who's at the bottom of the emotional support pool. Got it? Okay, they're making reference to Peter Phillip. I believe he is engaged to someone, I guess an NHS person. I don't know if he's a doctor or a nurse. So that's what they're making reference to. It seems like they copy a ring that Harry gave Meghan. Okay, what else haven't they copied? At this point, if they could, they will wear her skin. It's copying the sparrow's wife being the whole personality. What will they be without her? Like taking note. Like, does anyone in that family have a personality? No wonder they also hated Diana. Lord. Okay, that video that I was just sharing with you from YouTube. Okay, that lady talking about white women and things like that. Some of the things that she was saying applies right here as well. Okay, I'm so glad she escaped. That about psychological terrorism. Our poor girl. Oh, I did a video a little bit after. I believe it was the Harry and Meghan docu-series on Netflix. I did a video where I forgot what I call it, where I said that Meghan should call them on international court, and I said something about terrorism. Okay, and I look at the meaning of terrorism and then the words that they said in terms of terrorism. You know, I show different clips of how that particular word that they have committed, okay, by scaring her and do all of things that they have done, which either I have some article about it or some videos about it that applies to the meaning as part of the terrorism that Meghan could call them on international court. It's on PYTE. Okay, I'm so glad she escaped. Talk about psychological terrorism. Our poor girl would not have survived. I still remember how fragile and skittish she looked at the funeral when her stalker took that menacing step toward her. May her dainty. Okay, she's talking about when they did the walkabout during the Queen's death. You know, they did a long week of, oh my God, of antagonize her, just they went at her. It's like the Queen then died. They just took that moment to just bash on her non-stop. Okay, when they went to that walkabout, and then when they got out of the car to meet the people, and then Mumbo came next to her, she was like, you could see how trying to stay away from these people. All right, so So that's what she's making reference to. Okay, I'm so glad she escaped. Talk about psychological terrorism. Our poor girl would not have survived. There's a cry here. I still remember how fragile and skittish she looked at the funeral. That's Queen Elizabeth II funeral. When her stalker, Mumbo, took that menacing step toward her. May her dainty feet never exit Heathrow's visitor lounge. If I could pen this reply. Yeah. Can you show a pic of the ring? Okay, so that's the ring of Peter Phillip gave to that fiancé of his. Okay, what happened? All right, so they're explaining. Okay, Prince Harry's cousin proposed to his girlfriend with a ring very, very similar to Meghan's. I guess she took the survey. Those squad have to throw the shit. Okay, Meghan Markle's engagement ring is the #1 favorite, survey says. A new Natural Diamond Council survey asked 2,000 people in the UK to pick their dream celeb ring, and Meghan's cushion cut diamond from Botswana with 2 smaller diamonds from Princess Diana's collection. Oh my god, this long. Collection came out on top 5 celebrity ring. Okay, so this is her receipt for saying maybe she took that survey. So there's that, talking about it. Okay, that's not on my list. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Let's go back. All right, so here's another tweet. Okay, he was always destined for greatness. Good King Harry. Look at his little face. It's like would we say Archie is that age now, perhaps? Prince Harry has always been a cheeky chappy but lovable. Hope Prince Archie and Princess Elizabeth take after him, and blended with Duchess of Sussex warmth, they will both be amazing human beings. Okay, the lovely one, period. Cute picture. I believe if you glance at this picture horizontally, he kind of looked like the boy on the Andy Griffin show. Alright, is that Nicola Sturgeon? Okay, why was he always carrying a bag or a sack? Nobody can purchase proper suitcase or backpack? I don't know. Alright, so this is an ad, so that's that. I want to get to the pictures of when they went to the beach, but I'm trying to go over everything really quickly. So I'm putting this on the list. So these are some stuff I was seeing yesterday. Lying about Oprah is second nature for some. Here is a list of women. Here is a list of women who the media search the web daily to find any lies to report as breaking news. Duchess Meghan, Oprah, Beyonce, Vice President Harris, First Lady Obama, anchovies. What does these specific women have in common, and why them? Okay, so what did they... regarding the tsunami that... something that was going in Hawaii, and they claimed that Oprah then opened her door or her estate for them. Okay, Oprah Winfrey did not block evacuation route during Maui tsunami alert. False social media claims spread fast, but local authorities, community notes, and Oprah's team all agree on the facts. Okay, so that was August 1st. Pointing up, by any chance, could the common denominator be the women of color? That's an ad. Yes, I see that lately. What is that all about? Okay, all of them are black and successful. With Oprah, when I first started looking into Harry and Meghan, I think it was what's his name? Was it Dan? I think it was Wooten who was talking about it, and I was like, Oprah? I was brand new to all the shenanigans. Now I learn how they go about their BS. Yeah, they were going after her from the beginning, and I think it was a bit after, either leading up to the Oprah interview or a little bit after. And I was like, Oprah? Why Oprah did this? I forgot what they were saying about her. But yeah, they all their lives being kind, but racist comes of the earth. Truly horrible people try to project their hatred onto these women to ruin them simply because they are rich and black. It's heartless. They leave rich racist white people alone, but target these women for nothing wrong they do. Okay, just gonna casual drop Meghan, Oprah, Beyonce, and Harry in one post because the algorithm love them all. There's that people want to hate Oprah so bad. Yeah, they do. Alright, so there's that. I'm not gonna go over this, not that, not this, not that. Maybe that one. Oh my god, I can't believe I had all of this. I didn't I thought it was gonna be very short. It was gonna be just the kids at the beach with Meghan and Harry. But they can't look after the Queen's precious corgis. This family is beyond serious selfish. Every single one of them. Okay, so £50 for a dog coat. I'm just wondering, okay, has Camilla tried them on? What is this about? King Charles has launched stylish tweed jacket costing almost £50 for dogs. The Monarch 76, known for his own love of the coat, is now selling a special version for Pooch, made in Sandrium royal tweed. They made sure to say that, made in Sandrium. Tweed with a brown collar and belt. The jacket have been created specially for the shop at his estate in Norfolk. Okay, King Charles is launched a tweed jacket for dogs. Okay, that was the 31st. So whatever. So if he's making money, why still getting money from the how do you call this? From the taxpayer. So it's good he's making money. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm happy he's doing it. But the people in the Ukraine should say, why their money still have to go to him? Why? Okay? So he could make money by himself. Is this his answer to As Ever Was It 2024 by Meghan? If it is, he got the answer wrong again. Well, I have to say, at least he's making money. Let's give credit where credit is due. But the thing the people in the UK should ask, he is capable of making his own money. So why will their tax money go to him still? This is what this tells me. Okay, I'm sure Liz is waiting for him to kick his ass disgraceful. Well, she was part of the problem because that's her son. She should have known how to raise him right. Alright, yes, she is. Is it me, or have the royal been looking more pathetic than usual? Oh, definitely not you. Like sack of horse manure. Great description. Let's leave that alone. What else? Okay, so there's this here. Let me pause and add this to the list. Oops, pause. I realized this when positive comments about the Duchess of Sussex from British icons such as the Dame Helen Mirren hardly made headlines, and negative comments from TV media hacks always did. I mean, they want to portray her in a negative way, so anything positive that is said about her, they suppress it. I mean, these people are displaying full-blown evilness, and I think when we get a chance to pray, I mean, we should pray every day, but if that come to our periphery to pray, is the devil is really blinding these people. Especially when I look at some of the videos coming out of the Middle East, where the Jews are just dancing to some how do they call this type of music? Rage, music, and then as they're killing other people, and then they're training the young kids, the young Jewish, how to further hating on other people. This is full-blown, really, really evil thing that's going on. When I said not only the thing that we all experience is like a spiritual war that's going on, okay, it is being played in front of us. This is a spiritual war that is going on. Good versus bad. So when we get a chance to pray for these people who seems to not be able to see what's going on, and they look like they possess, after seeing those things, I feel like they are possessed. When they're talking, you could look into their eyes. There's an anger. You don't know where that anger comes from. When somebody never bother you, okay, especially when you look at the MAGAs and versus black people and things like that. I'm sure by now you heard about the this black trucker who went to deliver something, and they had that family coming after him for no reason. They topple his semi, his truck. Okay, these people, there's a literally anger, a rage that is deep rooted to their core. You wonder, where did that come from? The driver came to deliver something, and there's anger out of them. So we need to pray for them, because I think Satan has taken over their spirit. Because I just don't see where these angers, the rage, the racist mindset, that thing is coming from when somebody then bother you. There's a difference. When somebody bother you, okay, you have something to build upon, to be angry about. But these people, all they look at is your skin or whatever it is, and they just go at it. They are possessed. They truly are possessed. We need to pray for God to get into their spirit, for them to see the light. Oh my Lord. Okay. Did I read that? I realized this when positive comments about the Duchess of Sussex from British icons such as the Dame Helen Mirren hardly made headlines, and negative comments from TV media hacks always did. Alright, that's a quote. Meghan Markle was a fantastic addition to the royal family. Charming, did everything right, was gracious, was sweet nature, married to variety. What a lovely addition, then seemed to be neurotic. She continues, so I think it is a loss in a way, but at the same time, I think their instincts are absolutely correct, and I think it will all hopefully sort itself out, and the tabloid pearl clutchers will get over their trauma at not having someone to attack all the time. Marine added, they'll find another victim, probably me. That said, because she's saying the right thing and they don't like that. Okay, so this was a positive thing, and she's saying, how come we don't hear much about this? But if it was negative, they'll blast it, in every continent. Look at how they did with the bullying. Okay, another example. They went out, just blast her, saying she's a bully, this, bully, that. But when the result of it came, you don't hear a damn thing. Okay, royal family cult behavior. If it's true that Narendra got blacklisted either by the choice of TV network or because the royal or their aides request this just because she can be critical of Thomas Markle when required, this is a typical cult behavior. Okay, cult behavior. Also, who can name a person with an MBE or OBE making criticism of substance about the royal family publicly? There's a reason for that. Loyalty is bought or coerced. Okay, so she's saying that those people with those alphabet medals that the palace be giving them, they're not gonna go in public to bash on the royal family. So pretty much, not even bash, but to pretty much say what they are seeing. That's kind of, how do you call this? Unethical. They're not gonna say it. So they want not royalty. Yeah, loyalty, not royalty, loyalty. And this is why that screenshot that I just read, so they blacklist her because she says something positive about Meghan. Alright, let me read what's there and then move on. Most people honored by the government and royals are not nasty, vile, racist. Oh, please. I doubt the royal family have heard of the woman whose only claim to fame is exposing her hairy mange to the paparazzi, unless, of course, you think the king wanks himself off and imagine his tampon stuck up her fuzzy flange. Alright, let's leave that alone. I don't even want to read the rest. Let's go back. So this person, what's her name? They say her name somewhere. Moran, something like that. Moran. Her. Alright, what else can I add? So they blacklist her. So this is the thing with, what's his name? Peter Philip. The engagement. Okay. Oh my God. This is so pathetic. Not even 24 hours since those people announced their engagement, and the taxi British press basically, we want Harry in attendance. Oh Lord. Alright, divorcee Peter Phillips and fiancée Harriet Sperling won't be held back by royal protocol like King Charles and Queen Camilla were. I mean, they're way down the line. They're way down the line. Peter Philip and Zara, that's the sister. What is it? Royal protocol like King Charles and Queen Camilla were, and will be able to have full-blown wedding with Prince Harry likely there, royal expert claim. Harry could just send well wishes and then that's it. There's no reason to show up. Okay, they can even let them enjoy their announcement for one day without centering Harry. I actually find it super comical that Peter's wedding will be all about Harry, just like your wedding was all about Harry. Everybody wants Harry. Sucks to be them. They aren't going to get him. The fail strikes again. Harry and Meghan's picture is the same size as the bride and groom and larger than the king and his horse wedding portrait. You know who the important people are. There's that here. Oh, the picture of Charles smaller. But that was a kind of fast kind of thing. So there's this here. Oh my God, I didn't know I had all of these. I thought I was gonna go really quick and then just show you the beach picture of Harry and the kids. Okay, Meghan's bestie Abigail Spencer's summer picture includes Meghan's as ever flower sprinkles. So there's all of that. There's that. Their birthday coming up soon. Always like Abigail Spencer, brilliant actress and shaping up to be thoroughly nice person. I didn't expect that from her, to tell you the truth. Not that, I should know better, okay? I should know better. What they portrayed on TV and their real life, completely different thing. But she played the role so well on Suit, sexy and very seductive and all of that. She played very well, I have to say. But there's that humble girl, woman I should say. So that's an ad. Let's leave that alone. Next tweet. There's that. Happy Meghan's month. There's the squad. They just because this is why I be saying sometimes the squad don't really need Harry and Meghan to be out all the time. They could pick a random picture and then boom, they create a caption, a conversation. This is one of my favorite picture. That's during I think that was last year, where Harry was in New York and she was in California at an event with Tyler Perry was there, Kerry Washington, Oprah was there, and that was during the red carpet. That's one of my favorite picture at that time. Okay, happy Meghan of Sussex birthday month. Okay, it's great how she loves and embraces her freckles. No heavy makeup needed. Black even half don't crack. Alright, so there's that. Alright, so that's an ad. Next tweet. Okay, what is that? Okay, whenever I see his videos, I have to put it. Okay, let's pause. Oh, this one is kind of long. It's almost 4 minutes. Pause. I'm putting the thing on the list. Alright. Nico Markle made an entire video crying about Meghan Markle, then said no one cares about her. Sir, she's global. You whining through a podcast no one listened to. You're not thought fueled. You ego starved. Oh my God. His wording. Let's listen.
I don't have to hear about Meghan Markle or Prince Harry anytime soon.
I just don't understand these people. They don't want to hear about Meghan Markle. Okay. Did Meghan, the power that they're giving Harry and Meghan, it's unbelievable. It's like, I don't know, I guess, I'm trying to think. I don't want to say she's God or anything like that, but it's like a godly type of power that they're giving her. She forces them to turn on their TV at their respective confinement of their home, to turn on whatever it is that is talking about Meghan for them to listen to. Of course, you don't have to hear it. But guess what? Why did you turn on your device to listen to her? You have that option to not turn on, even on Twitter, as you go through Twitter. Okay, just like I'm going to my likes on X right now, and I'm saying, okay, this I could share with you, this I don't have to share with you, and I look for the things that my content, my channel is dedicated to share with you. There's things about Obama. I was like, I saw it, that's for me, I don't need to share it. Unless there's a conversation within that, I could go on and say, this is the point that I'm trying to make. It's from this particular video, like I did earlier with that other woman. But these people, they don't have to listen to Meghan. It is their own doing, their own stupidity of turning on and then to complain. This is what I mean. I think these people are possessed. We need to pray for them. Pray for them too. They don't like Meghan. Just stay away from her content. All right, let's listen.
Risking. I'm personally risking having my algorithm being inundated with these two crybabies.
You risked your algorithm to talk about Meghan and Harry? Baby, your face is already a risk. And judging by the way your screen's clinging to you like a hostage,
oh my God.
I see why. You're broadcasting desperation.
Oh, Lord.
Let's start with this.
Issue?
You said you resent them? Aw, that's adorable. The way nobodies think their resentment is worth something. You could evaporate tomorrow, and the world would carry on moisturized, hydrated, and unbothered. You took the time out of your empty, unemployed Tuesday to record a hate video because you don't buy Meghan's story? Of course you don't. You don't buy skincare. You don't buy lighting. You don't buy shampoo.
Oh, God.
You don't even buy peace from that tortured, angry little soul leaking out from your eyes. She didn't marry into royalty to please broke men like you. She married a prince. And you're not even a man. You're just a bitter little boy on a booster chair of adult rage, trying to play at masculinity through cheap microphones.
Oh, Lord.
Your beard looks like it's trying to flee your jaw.
Oh,
your
my God.
hairline has left the group chat, and your skin textured like a receipt found at the bottom of your glove compartment from 2019. You are one chin away from a full collapse.
Oh,
the
my-
audacity to show your face and speak like it was insured by God himself. Sweetie, you should be arrested for aesthetic misconduct. Nikos Markou, or however you pronounce it. Let's be honest. Thought Fueled isn't a podcast. It's a daycare center for insecure boys who
Oh my
think
God.
volume equals value. You say nobody listens, nobody watches, nobody buys. And yet every breath in your rant was about them. You're a parasite starved for clicks. You say you're tired of them, but you made a video anyway. Because without them, your content is DOA. And the only thing fueled in this mess is your desperation. You're a child. Harry walked away from a kingdom. You couldn't walk away from a comment section if it paid you.
That's what I'm
Meghan
saying.
lost everything she knew and rebuilt it.
That's
in
right.
heels, with grace, under global scrutiny. You
Wow, that few sentences he just said here, that's pretty much what happened. My God, he's pretty good with words. Left everything. And this is one thing I used to be upset about. She closed her IG account, which she used to make money off. She stopped acting, which that was her livelihood. Her TIG, she closed it off. She used to make money off of it. I used to be upset about this. Do you know how long it takes to build those kind of thing? But I guess God had better things for her. She left all of this, and for these people to treat her like, I don't know, whatever they thought of, and then she came back and built something better. This is exactly what he just said here in just a few sentences. Let me, maybe somewhere here. Yeah, I used to be upset about that. But God had better plan for her, because she was so, what's the word? Pure, humble, innocent. That's the word. Innocent. She was so innocent for going over there thinking she's going to help them.
I know the fact that she'll be really unbelievably good at the job part of it as well is obviously a huge relief to me, because she'll be able to deal with everything else that comes with it. But no, you know, we're a fantastic team. We know we are, and we hope to, you know, over time try and have as much impact for all the things that we care about as much as possible.
I am very excited about that, yeah.
And Meghan, given your acting and the profile you had, you'd already been involved in various causes, you've been an ambassador for UN Women. What about this new role? I mean, you're going to have a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it?
I mean,
Sing.
I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me, I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate, I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And at the same time, I think in these beginning few months and now being boots on the ground in the UK, I'm excited to just really get to know more about the different communities here, smaller organizations who are working on the same causes that I've always been passionate about under this umbrella. And also being able to go around to the Commonwealth. I think it's just the beginning of a...
There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do.
And it's an immense change. You're getting a new country out of it, a husband, obviously, but also giving up your
nice.
career.
Yes, that's nice. Yes. But I don't see it as giving anything up. I just see it as a change.
It's a new challenge.
It's a new chapter, right? And also keep in mind, I've been working on my show for 7 years. So we were very, very fortunate to be able to have that sort of longevity on a series. And for me, once we hit the 100 episode marker, I thought, you know what, I have
And then they treated her like this, and God said, don't worry, I got a better plan for you. And there it is here. Things are selling out like, you know, less than an hour. Okay, so I move it back already. Let's listen.
clicks. You say you're tired of them, but you made a video anyway. Because without them, your content is DOA. And the only thing fueled in this mess is your desperation. You're a child. Harry walked away from a kingdom.
Right
You
there.
couldn't walk away from a comment section if it paid you. Meghan lost everything she knew and rebuilt it.
That little part here. Meghan lost everything she knew and rebuilt it and heals. That little sentence alone is pretty much... I've been saying this in a different form. I guess I describe it more, but this pretty much sums up everything. Meghan lost everything she knew and rebuilt it and heals. Spot on. He is really good with words. Alright, so let's continue.
In heels, with grace, under global scrutiny.
That's
you
right.
lost your hairline and haven't recovered since. They have homes, contracts, legacy. You have a podcast and a TikTok username that sounds like a red pill newsletter.
And then not only that, they have people salary to think of. There's people who's working for them that's pretty much supporting them, their livelihood. Those people that works under her. Okay?
They live in Montecito with real power, real partners, real purpose. You live on TikTok, in the dusty corner of the algorithm where angry little boys whine for views. She wears Cartier. You wear sweat-stained envy
Oh
and
my
a
God.
thrifted polo that's hanging on for dear life. You're nothing. Just loud. The kind of loud that covers up the quiet truth that no one, anywhere, has ever chosen you. You are what happens when bitterness finds loneliness. This isn't a think piece. It's a tantrum. A baby's cry for a diaper change. Let me say this slowly, so that even the parts of your brain that are still buffering can keep up. You don't matter to them. You don't matter
That's
to
true.
anyone. You never will. And no matter how many hot takes you mumble through that crusty beard, you'll never be in a room with people who change culture. Because you're too busy chasing engagement off names you're not worthy of saying. You're not a man. You're an emotional toddler banging on a table because mommy didn't love you enough.
Oh
and the
my
fact that
God.
this many people are tagging me in your video means you've officially entered your flop era. Loudly, embarrassingly, and on camera.
So the squad who probably came across his video and then sent it to him and said, go get him. JTB, that's another one. Go get him. So I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know any of these people. Even him, JTB, if the squad were not bringing his content on X, I would not know. And I think now he is on X. There's that. Hairline left the group chat. I know. He obviously cared enough to dedicate a whole podcast to her. There's that. The laugh funny when I don't give a damn about anything or anyone. I just move on, and I never pay attention to them. These derangers who are monetizing Meghan Sussex's name are diabolically delusional and pathetic. Making money off a person they claim to hate is a special kind of hate. Boom, mic drop. And stupid, don't forget that. Why do they care so much if she's irrelevant? That's what I'm saying. Okay, well, damn. Let's pause that. JT, I think his mama's fallopian tubes just retroactively withered to protect him from ever being born to experience this raid. Alright, so that's an ad. There's more comment, but let's leave that alone. Oh my goodness. Lately I've been watching some YouTube videos that says black women or black people with their dogs. He definitely judging her. Let's see here. Let me put this on the list anyway. Let's play it. 26 seconds. Okay. So there's a music showing my dog why I didn't come home until the sun came down. Let me mute it because there's a music. Oops. Yeah. I'm telling you, people with their animals, it look like the dog is smiling. Alright, let's leave that alone. Okay, so there's this. Pause. Okay, first of all, Netflix House will pay the staff, not Meghan. Second, $20 per hour for a salesperson is above average in most of the US. Third, don't try to lie to hide Charles pays his staff less than minimum wage. Leave Meghan out of your BS clickbait. Okay, staff selling Meghan Markle's products at Netflix stores are earning less. Okay, that's the key here. Netflix stores. It's almost like, let's say Target, who's selling Meghan's book. Okay, so Meghan has nothing to do with the exception of her book, whatever deal she made with which store did I mention? Target. Whichever store, okay, that's carrying her thing. It's between Meghan and the store or the company. Let's say Target, for instance. They make the deal. We get certain percentage of whatever book sales that you get. Okay, so that's that. Then people who works within the store, Target, has nothing to do with Meghan. It's between the salesperson and the store, Target. Oh my God. Staff selling Meghan Markle's products at Netflix stores, there it is here, Netflix stores are earning less every hour than the price of her as ever rosé wine and honey. Again, Meghan has nothing to do with that. The people who will be selling things at Netflix house will most likely be entry level, which is the norm. So $20 per hour for an entry level salesperson is nothing outrageous. And what is the average? What's the call? Minimum wage in the US? I think it's like, if I'm not mistaken, it's like $15, but in some red states is even lower. Okay, let me look this up. So I put what is the minimum wage in USA. Hopefully they give me all the states. Okay, maybe not. I will have to ask. Okay, the federal minimum wage in the United States is, look at this, $7.25 per hour. However, many states and some cities have set their own minimum wage rate, which may be higher than the federal minimum. And this is the thing, some Democratic states are literally screaming for the minimum wage to be higher because people cannot live on that. But a kid, you know, high school kid could, because if they are still living at home and things like that, maybe they could afford to do that, you know, instead of them parents giving them spending money, they could earn it themselves. But $20 per hour is pretty good. When I was in college, I used to get paid $10 an hour. Okay. However, many states and some cities have set their own minimum wage rate, which may be higher than the federal minimum. For example, Washington, D.C. has the highest minimum wage at $17.95 per hour, according to Paycor. California and New York both have minimum wage of $16.50 per hour, according to Paycor. All right. So these are some other states here. So $20 is pretty good. Okay, Washington, D.C., $17. I'm going to leave the cents. Okay, $17 per hour. Washington State, $16 per hour. California, $16 per hour. New York, $16 per hour. Okay, so $20, it's pretty good. Is it Costco? I think Costco is pretty, I think this is why a lot of people support Costco. What is the minimum wage? And USA, let's put Costco so they know. How do they spell Costco? Okay, Costco current minimum wage for most US stores, okay, workers is $19, okay, and change. So this is why a lot of people are leaving. What's that? Is it Target they're having issues with? All right, and then they rather, I think you have to have membership, and then they go buy here. It's in bulk. You buy in bulk. And a lot of people are supporting Costco because of that. And also because they didn't take BS from the Trump administration with the DEI thing. Okay, so let's see here. What is the minimum wage for, let's say, Target? This is one of the companies many African American are having issues with. Target. It's going to be less than $19. You see? Okay. Target minimum wage is not a single fixed number. It ranges from $15 to $24 per hour. So which area? I guess it depends on your position. I guess is your position. Okay. Let's say a manager, probably $24. Let's see here. Here are more detailed breakdown. 15 minimum wage. Target initially established. And federal Okay, in February 2022. Okay, you could pause and read. I just wanted to show you. So with Target, I think it's based on position. Okay, I was talking about just a basic bottom line initial when you start the minimum wage. All right, the people who will be selling things at Netflix House will most likely be entry level. All right, which is the norm. So $20 per hour for an entry salesperson is nothing outrageous. One rather stupid question: which company pays its staff more than the product itself? Keeping in mind, this is a small business with limited products, basic logic, but if you're paying out more than your products are earning, please explain that logic to me. Okay, because you have to make a profit. If you paying your your people who's working for you more than the product, what's the point? What is the point? This is what she's saying here. So Meghan will not make any profit off of that thing. Okay, who? They hate this black woman making moves and money after their handsome prince left their BS family. Every day they talk about the ones that got away. Seething with jealousy. I love this for them. Pointing up. She's got history. There's that. What is that here? National minimum wage April 2025 in the UK is £11.44, which is roughly $15.20 US. Okay, so you could pause and read that. So this is the comparisons people need to make. $20 per hour, that's pretty good in the US. We could get more, but this is something I would like to share, but let's leave that alone. Okay, so now we're getting, let me pause for a second. Okay, so I just look at the time of my recording is almost an hour. So I'm gonna put this as the last video for this, but I'm gonna continue. The next video I think is gonna start with Harry and Meghan being at the beach. This is quite interesting. The Avatar franchise by James Cameron may have based the Na'vi on various African Sudanese ethnic groups. So let's listen to this. I'm not gonna go in the comment, okay? She looks beautiful. Look at her eyes. I don't know if that's her real eye color.
Chest. Okay, I just have to get this off of my chest. The Avatar franchise is 100% based off of South Sudanese people. Literally, phenotypically taken from us. Tall, lanky, dark, ethereal, otherworldly. We're not called blue-black for no reason. Names like this new character, Barang. Meanwhile, our homies on the block are called Garang. Gatluak, you've got the Acholi, like Suli. It's not just the Aduts and the Anoks, because when you hear the language of the Na'vi, at least as a South Sudanese person, you're like, Aiwa, manangachwak, which sounds mad familiar, right? Yeah. And we've been covering ourselves in ash for centuries. It's a tradition shaped by our climate and cattle herding cultural practices. All of our style, clothing, and drip down to the jewelry.
Wow.
This man is who they archetyped for sure. Because wouldn't it be weird to see a movie with a bunch of blonde-haired, blue-eyed, tall people with axes and hammers living on boats as a way of life and not give a nod to, like, Viking culture? And you might think, like, why does any of this matter? It's all made up anyway. Well, Kat, no, it's not. You're actually telling the story of real people, like Pocahontas. It's fiction rooted in real people, which in this case erases those people from any credit of their own culture, only to be remembered through a myth, which is problematic because fiction becomes fact when it's the only version that people ever see. Ask any Indigenous person how real Pocahontas turned out. And as a filmmaker myself, my commitment to the craft is about the truth, because good filmmakers want to tell the most authentic version of a story, even if it's fictional. Exploitative filmmaking doesn't aim to tell the most honest story. They go for the cheapest version that appeals to the widest market. And that market is usually shaped towards the most basic, flattened understanding of a people or culture. So should filmmakers be allowed to make whatever they want? Could Zoe Saldana play Nina Simone? Sure. Would it be the most honest rendition of that story? Friday night. And why does this matter in context to Avatar? Because it takes the cultural and underdog humanness of a place like South Sudan, the youngest country in the world, which quite literally defied every odd to gain its sovereignty, and attributes all that world building to Hollywood. And I promise you that Hollywood is not building the future. It just continues to cosplay and recycle these types of stories, strips them for aesthetics, repackages them with CGI, AI, and then calls it innovation. But this is why I love AI, because it is democratizing means of production. So I don't have to wait for my story to be greenlit. So if you truly love Avatar and you want to support the real life people and culture that inspire that type of storytelling, I would love and appreciate your follow and share. Okay, bye.
Very interesting. All right, so let's do a prayer. That's the end of this video. So all I wanted to do was share with you the Harry and Meghan beach video, but apparently it looks like I was liking a lot. So this will be on APTS Sussex. Prayer for, what was the thing I was saying in the middle of the video? Prayer for, let's say, spiritual guidance. Oops, spiritual guidance. Let's look for an image, because I think too many people in our society have been possessed. I think the devil have possesses them to be the way that they are. Because when you look at these people talking, you look in their eyes, there's that anger, hatred. You have to ask yourself, where did that come from? You don't even know these people, and for you to have that deep hatred within you. So this is why I say prayer for spiritual guidance. We all need it. We always need it. But these other people, you know, I would say they need it more, but we all need that spiritual guidance, because all they need, all the devil need, is a small little crack. A small little crack to get in and then flourish. And that just happened in 2024 election. They saw the crack, they got in, and then they go full blown within 8 months. Okay? 8 months, look how much disaster that they have created. And this is not something new I've been saying. So even those who are already being guided spiritually, I'm praying for you to continue, because a small little crack, that's all it takes for them, for the evil to take over your mind, body, and all the things. So as we're praying for those who don't have any spiritual guidance, I'm also praying for those who already have it to continue, because the devil, all it needs is a small little crack to get in. So may your, if you already are in the spiritual guide, please continue. Please continue. Don't ever stop, because the devil will try to tell you, oh, you're not getting what you want. Just take your time. There's no rush. There's no rush. Continue, believe in what have guided you to where you are now. Like myself, I do not know a damn scripture, not one from the Bible. But my mother, she thinks, I'm telling you, if my mom hears me talking about some of the things that I say in terms of religion, she'll be shocked, because she thinks I don't go to church. She thinks just going to church is the thing. Okay? I find you're gonna have to find for yourself how to communicate with God. And the key thing here, from what I understand from my own perspective, is to believe. You have to believe God exists. And then from that point on, you find your way to connect with Him. It could be through going to church. It could be reading the Bible. It could be whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. Because I remember as a child, my mom used to send me every Saturday. I used to hate Saturday. To send me to a Bible study or something like that. As I'm in the class, okay, with other kids and things like that, all I'm thinking, this woman, because I'm aware of her sin or some stuff, people talk. So I'm like, why am I listening to this person who's not even following her own thing? I was probably 8, 9, 10 or something like that. But as a child, you have no say. You have to do what your parents tell you to do. I used to hate Saturdays. just because of Bible study. Okay, so this is why I don't force myself, I don't force my kids to really do things. But occasionally I talk to them. I say, you have to believe in God. If you have a problem, just believe in God and talk to him, and things like that, between you and God. And when I told them, okay, they had to do their communion, they had to do their confirmation. My oldest just did his confirmation. Now this next year, my youngest is gonna do his confirmation, and then after that I'm done with them going to classes and things like that. I explained to them why. I said, look, my parents made me do that. My mom particularly, not my father. My father doesn't care. So they made me do it, and it never hurt me. I didn't see any negativity in it. I want you to do it. So when you get older, if you decided to get married in the church, okay, at least all of these things, your baptism, your communion, your confirmation, you already did it. Because if you don't do it and you want to get married in the church, you're going to have to do them all over again as an adult. I say, I'm preparing you when you get older. If you decide, this is the choice. This is why I understand Meghan, where she's trying to preserve the kids' birthright for them. Meghan probably doesn't care about it, but it is the choice for the kids. When they get older, if they want to continue whatever from their father's birthright type of things, at least they have that option to make the decision for themselves. You understand what I mean? So this is what I did for my kids. For the church part, they did their baptism, communion, confirmation, and then if they want to get married in the church, that's up to them. If not, that's up to them as well. And then, may I never be the one to bury them. I want them to bury me. Okay, so that as well, they will always be welcome in the church. So whatever the spiritual world has, at least I prepare the foundation for them. So why did I bring all of this? Okay, the connection between you and God. There is no one specific way for you to connect with God. From my perspective, okay, I'm not a gospel type of person, but from my experience, for someone who don't go to church every day, but I believe in God, and for someone who doesn't know the Bible from beginning to end, okay, I know the stories here and there, but if you tell me what this verse says in the Bible, I will not know. I don't think I truly care of that, because I've already have that connection with God. Why do I say I have that connection with God? Because when I speak through my heart, and I mean what I said, and then I see the result of it, this is why I said you have to find your way to connect with God. Okay? There's probably some preachers who knows the Bible from inside out, upside down, up and down, reverse, you name it. You tell them one thing, what verse this says, or you say a scripture, they will tell you where you could find it in the Bible. They probably know the Bible more than anybody, but their true core values, their inner being, their behavior, God already see they're not really connecting with God the way they should have. Okay, you're gonna have to find it. The foundation of things, for me, I believe you have to believe in it. If you don't believe in it, what's the point? You have to believe God exists. And then from that point on, you don't need a third person to send the message to God. It's between you and God. Okay? Make it come from your heart. And as you saying it, you believe in it. You have to believe in it. Again, not only to God, you have to believe God exists. And the things that you're saying to God, you have to believe in it. If you don't believe in it, God knows. He knows your heart. Okay? If you truly mean what you are saying to the higher being that you truly believe, he will answer. All right? But anyway, I went too much with this. Let's do this one here. Okay, Heavenly Father, thank you for your guidance. Forgive me for getting ahead of your plans and help me know when to stop and listen to your direction. Your ways are perfect. Thank you for offering gentle grace and guidance. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so that's that. I didn't plan on making 2 videos, but by going through everything on my Twitter feed, I ended up I'm gonna make 2 videos. So the next one, let me go back. All right, so this is where I'm gonna start here. All right, I shared this on my community board. I'll black, if I see any of the kids faces, I'll black that. Okay, but next video is gonna start here, and it's gonna be on PYTE. So please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. And YouTube is suppressing my videos lately again, but I'm gonna continue fighting too. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.